under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I think she got it on, eh?
She's at work.
There it goes. Okay. Board Member Discofani?
Here.
Board Member Steen?
Here.
Board Member Storms? Here. Board Member McLaughlin?
Here.
Supervisor Stanley?
Here. Going to take a motion for the previous town board meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Supervisor financial report. Supervisor report, October 2020 revenues, vital statistics, $240. Zoning fees, $50. Recreation, $132.50. Police fees, $15. Ambulance fees, $5,847.04. Town clerk fees, Easy Pass Conservation, $35. Rental of the cell tower, $1,300.73. Justice fees, $7,352. Building permit fees, $4,455. Dog licenses, $78.50. Sales tax, $33,126.60. Planning fees, $400. Health and dental Aflac reimbursement, $29.08. Highway revenue, $7,987.16, and unclassified revenue, $622.95, for a total of $61,671.56. Communications. 2021 tentative budget. I've released the tentative budget, which we will vote on tonight to accept as the preliminary budget for 2021. We will again have to exceed the state imposed tax cap. Oddly enough, this year, the tax cap, which is implied as a straight 2%, is actually 1.0027% per the state comptroller's office. We will exceed that, although minimally, by 0.6%. In regards to the general budget, most of the increases come from increases in salaries, reflecting the increases in the minimum wage, which as of January 1st, goes up another 70 cents per hour to $12.50. The minimum wage is due to increase at this increment each year until at least 2022, or when the entire state meets the $15 minimum wage. In consideration of this, and out of respect for those who have put in time and worked up to their current rates, I'm raising all employees who are under $15 per hour to the full 70 cents, while other employees raise approximately 40 to 50 cents per hour. I've increased a few elected officials, roughly 3%, being supervisor, town clerk, highway superintendent, and assessor chair, but minimally roughly $1,500. Other increases come from retirement and healthcare, as they are projected to rise a near 3% increase in retirement, $5,000 increase, and 4% in healthcare, which amounts to a $10,000 increase. General tax increase for 2020 is projected at 1.66%. On the highway budget, it doesn't have many changes. We do have cost increase regarding salt for the winter, so we were adding more to that line in the budget. Even though we are in contract negotiations, we do not anticipate any raises to be beyond what is already budgeted. So outside of that are increases on medical and social security costs. The highway budget tax increase also stands at a 1.66% increase. Phoenicia Water District, we do anticipate higher usage as we've seen higher population increase, especially during this time. But we also want to create a capital savings account for future capital improvements to the district. I'm adding a $10,000 line item for their budget to help build that account. This creates a 3.24% tax increase. Pine Hill Water District tax will remain the same at this time. The fire districts, Pine Hill and High Mount, is anticipating a roughly 1.7% tax increase, while other fire districts remain unchanged. All said and done, spending is going up 1.5% with a combined overall tax increase of 1.52%. The increase means that barring any change in your assessment, for every $500 in town taxes you paid this year, next year your rate will go up by roughly $7.60. We will hold a special meeting on Tuesday, October 20th at 1 p.m. to adopt the law allowing us to exceed the tax cap. We will also be holding our annual budget public hearing just prior to our next board meeting scheduled for 6:30 on Wednesday, November 4th, 2020, the evening after Election Day. Shandaken Septic District. We are in receipt of the funds over $5 million in order for the town to take total control of the Shandaken Septic Maintenance District, or SMD. We will be hiring the necessary personnel, attorney, engineer, and contractor to continue operation of the SMD and to complete work previously outlined for the completion of the SMD. Once the work on the remote systems is complete, we will be going out to bid for a contractor to be on standby for any work that needs to be completed in the future. This will be a new page on the budget, as it is legally a taxable district, but no taxes are anticipated at this time. The SMD should be self-sufficient with the existing fund transferred to the town. Building, Mr. McGowan, who is unavailable for us tonight, has presented an updated fee schedule for permits in the town. The planning board has reviewed them and sent their approval. We have a resolution tonight to adopt these updated fees. These fees are still less than surrounding towns, but closer to what we need to meet increasing work in that department. Highway. The highway super, Mr. Hoffmeister, has made a request to replace some outdated equipment for his department. We will be advertising for a used road paver and are looking to purchase a new 1.5-ton single axle pickup, hopefully with a plow, for service in the highway department. Our resolution tonight approves of these actions, which are within his existing 2020 budget. And lastly, we have our annual Halloween curfew resolution. We are unsure of what type of Halloween this will be, but we still request that everyone stay safe, follow social distancing guidelines, but also understand the need for children to still be able to enjoy the holidays as they approach. One simple solution that's being bandied about is party bags instead of a commuter bowl of candy on your porch, which can be easily handed out to the kids instead of them all reaching into the same bowl. So, outside of that, I have nothing more. Joyce?
Okay, so recycling will be closed this weekend for the Columbus Day weekend. It stayed open all through the beginning days of COVID and every other day. Joe's been there, but he's going fishing this weekend. So he wanted me to let you know it's going to be closed Saturday, October 10th, and Monday, October 12th. So the next day open this week is Thursday, so don't forget to wear your mask. The mobile vet van will be at the town hall this Saturday, October 10th. Shots in the morning at 9 a.m., no appointment necessary. Rabies shots for cats and dogs is $10. Distemper shots are $20, cash only. Surgeries are throughout the day. You would call them to make an appointment at 845-901-4637. Shandaken residents are eligible for a $25 cat spay or neuter. Call my office to get a voucher at 688-5004. The tax season will be here soon, and I'm going to start warning people now, and it's also listed on our tax website. But due to the close quarters of our building, the lack of ventilation in the winter, and for the safety of our fellow employees and the public, we are not planning to take tax payments at our window. All should be done through the mail or online, and if you don't go online, of course, you can call us with your credit card and do it. By law, we have to take cash, but you would have to call us for an appointment. I'll go out in the parking lot and meet them, and with my gloves on. And we spray the money with Lysol, believe it or not, yes. So if you can, you do it all through the mail or on our website, which is www.shandakentax.com. All dog licenses, water bills, Pine Hill and Phoenicia should be mailed in and not brought to the window. Marriage licenses and notary services will be done by appointment only, and we do it in a room upstairs where it's secure and clean. And I think that's it. We may have missed something, but you get the gist. We want everybody to be safe.
Okay. Thank you. With that, we'll go on to committee reports. Chief Coddington, ambulance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. 2020 report for September is basically pre-written by Rich. I'm just going to read it verbatim, basically. Total calls received for the ambulance department was 36 last month. Mutual aid was given to 4 different districts, basically. 1 in Greene County, 1 in Delaware, 1 in Woodstock, and 1 in Olive. Actually, yeah, the Woodstock one I was on. Mutual aid received or required was 0. And October always ushers in fire prevention activities in the United States, and as unconventional as these activities may be in 2020, we must still not forget the importance of fire safety education to our families. As Fire Prevention Week in 2020 is from October 4th to October 10th, many of our local fire departments may not be able to visit local schools and civic organizations to promote fire safety due to pandemic restrictions. Please make an effort to educate your loved ones in regards to fire safety in the home and take efforts to make your home fire safe. Simple things such as having an exit plan out of your home in case of a fire, having a designated meeting place, knowing how to stop, drop, and roll are a few commonly known things that you can do to reinforce fire safety. This year's theme for Fire Prevention Week is Stay Safe in the Kitchen, deservingly so, as cooking is #1 cause of home fires and home fire injuries. Visit the National Fire Protection Association's website at www.nfpa.org for some resources, and for kids, visit www.sparky.org for a cool, hands-on, interactive fire safety website for your younger ones. Taking a few moments to educate your loved ones could potentially save a life. Also, if you haven't already, please make sure you check your smoke and CO detectors. Change batteries when the clocks fall back. And if you need assistance, please contact the town clerk's office. And that's the end of the report.
Thank you.
Read the mileage correct?
No, that's good, thank you.
Thanks.
So basically, you're saying if you don't know how to cook bacon, stay out of the kitchen
Right. Or dispose of grease
Turn
properly.
off the-
and turn off the smoke.
Chefs
No,
like fire.
joking, that's a
That's
joke.
against vegetarians.
The smoke alarm isn't an egg timer.
Smoke alarm is not an egg. We'll move on to building and zoning. Howie is unavailable tonight. But again, yeah, we have the updated fee schedule, which is long overdue. Again, we're getting, basically the fees are getting closer to what we have in surrounding towns. They're not on par with what they have in surrounding towns, but we're inching our way up there. And one of the biggest ones I know that Howie wanted to stress was municipal searches, because with the number of home sales that we have going on in the town, municipal searches are really flooding that office. Questions about backgrounds, whether they have a certificate of compliance with the home or certificate of occupancy. Many of these homes predate building and zoning codes, so they don't, and it becomes a whole runaround. But it's about time that we update these fees. So with that, we'll move on to police. Chief Stewart?
306 calls for service and 8 arrests. That's all I got. Thanks.
Don't take up too much of our time there, Chad.
The ambulance takes care of that.
I know. Well, he's in a Oriskany, whatever. Yeah. All right, Phoenicia Water.
Long-winded.
Rick is doing his best keeping the water system running, and we still need that extra pump. And that's part of what that 10 grand is about, isn't it?
Yeah, hopefully we can use that to leverage some funds to get that pump done finally.
Right.
At least that, and then we can talk about that High Street Loop completion too. Pine Hill Water, nothing to report. Museum,
I'm gonna read it.
okay.
Director's report, September 2020. The Shandaken Historical Museum has had 64 visitors this month. We continue to enforce social distancing, mask requirements, and infection control guidelines. We're continuing to receive positive feedback from our post on Shandaken history, as well as many new search requests on ancestry and properties. The task of transferring our film and slides onto DVD is underway through ArtCraft PhotoWorks. The results have been very promising as recorded footage of our history. I can't wait to see the next group of DVDs. We have had a mishap in the downstairs display area. A display case on the wall fell off, breaking only the thermostat from the wall. Fortunately, it didn't smash the display case directly under it. We are working on repairs and hope to have it back in place soon. Respectfully submitted, Kathleen Myers.
The one that fell smashed, right?
When did that?
I don't know.
Bob Cal's been here like every other day. He didn't say anything to me. Like,
Well, maybe he doesn't know.
oh, okay, look into it. The thermostat needs replaced, that's easy. Fix that, thank you. Recreation,
The only big thing is that we have a crew of volunteers led by local resident Don DeAris to kind of revamp the dog park and do some repairs, and we're looking for volunteers. So if anybody is interested, please reach out to the town hall.
Did we order the wood?
We have not ordered material, but we're looking to do it in the next couple of weeks.
No, I don't think we're gonna do wood, I think we're doing a chain link fence.
On the sides? Where the railings are?
Yeah, the wood, so the wood rots, I mean,
I know.
just the
The
nature of it.
the posting is still good.
The posts are
Some of the
still good.
posts are still good. We'll see what we can do to save them, but just chain link probably would be the cleanest way to do it. Match up with the existing
Why don't you
fence.
call the guy that did our cemetery and get an estimate?
That's what we can do,
Yeah.
just wait and see.
Anyway, if you want to volunteer, reach out.
And when are you looking to get this work completed? After
Probably in
Columbus Day?
the 2 weeks following Columbus Day.
Shandaken Septic, gave the update on that. We actually received the check just today to go into the account for the Shandaken Septic Maintenance District, so we'll be establishing that account and getting that all up and running for next month. Public comments and resolutions. There's no comments, no motions, no on to resolutions.
Rob, I just want to say one thing, or ask a question. For the election in November, is there anything changed for anything that's going on with the locations or the methodology or whatever?
Locations are remaining the same. I would assume, again, this is about election boards with the county, I would assume that they're going to follow social distancing standards.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna have to do your best to stay 6 feet apart, wear a mask when you come in if you're gonna vote in person.
Right.
There's always absentee ballots, there's mail-in voting now that's available.
They're still keeping the 4
But it's still keeping the 4 voting
polls, yeah.
Right,
Hold-
okay.
Because the primaries, they condensed everything, you didn't really tell me.
Yeah, so we're sticking with the 4, as far as I know, I've heard
Yeah.
nothing different from
They
that.
told me to pick up the bags, so I have to go get all 4 bags, so
Okay.
that means all 4 are gonna be.
Everything remains the same, just so
Yeah.
everybody knows.
If it changes, I'll let you know.
And again, for early voting, I believe it's Rock City Road and Woodstock is the
Yeah.
place for early voting. right
Exactly.
now. So,
Go vote.
go vote, get out and vote.
Yeah.
It's an important year,
Vote, vote, vote.
presidential election. With that, we'll go to resolutions, I don't know who wants to start.
Faye,
Faye, you wanna
start.
Okay. That would be resolution to pay all bills. Whereas the Department of Audit and Control require town boards to sign and inspect all vouchers coming to the town for payment to number and total amounts from each fund. Therefore, be it resolved that the town board authorize the following vouchers paid. General, $26,226.96. Highway, $203,942.18. Phoenicia Water, $3,608.30. Pine Hill Water, $1,755.67. Phoenicia Lights, nothing.
No bill.
Chichester Lights, $154.18. Pine Hill Lights, $594.94. Grand total, $236,284.23. I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storer?
Yes.
Board Member Van Barcom?
Yes.
Supervisor Down?
Yes.
Resolution 8820, resolution adopting tentative budget as preliminary budget. Whereas the town of Shandaken has prepared a 2021 tentative budget for review, therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Shandaken hereby adopts the 2021 tentative budget as the 2021 preliminary budget for the town of Shandaken. Be it further resolved, the town board and the town of Shandaken sets the public hearing on the preliminary budget for Wednesday, November 4th, 2020 at 6:30 PM prior to our regular town board meeting that night at 7 PM. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storer?
Yes.
Board Member Van Barcom?
Yes.
Supervisor Down?
Yes.
Resolution 8920, set meeting adopting Town of Shandaken local law number 1 of 2020. A local law to override the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3-C. Whereas the Town of Shandaken foresees the necessity to exceed the tax levy limit established in the General Municipal Law, Section 3-C, and therefore be it resolved, the Town of Shandaken Town Board will hold a special meeting and a public hearing on Tuesday, October 20th, 2020, at 1 p.m. at the Shandaken Town Hall, 7209 Route 28, Shandaken, New York, 12480, to hear all those in favor and against the adoption of said law in accordance with general municipal law and move its adoption.
I'll second.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Sam?
Yes. Resolution 90-20, set public hearing on 2021 preliminary town budget, whereas a public hearing is held every year for the purpose of hearing all those in favor and against it. We already did this, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was part of the
That was the second one.
second.
No.
Yeah,
One second.
yeah.
Yeah, we did this.
Yeah, we did this.
Oh, okay.
Fee
Yeah,
schedule.
So we'll just take that
So
out.
scratch that and we'll change all the numbers from there on out.
Yeah,
So the
okay.
next one will be, instead of 90, it's 9, instead of 91, it's 90.
Yeah,
Resolution adopting updated fee schedule for building permits. Whereas the town of Shandaken Building and Zoning Officer has proposed updated values for fees imposed for building and zoning permits. And whereas the planning board has reviewed those fees and forwarded the updated fees to the town board for approval and adoption, therefore be it now resolved, the town of Shandaken Town Board hereby adopts the updated fee schedule attached to this resolution as proposed and move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Sam?
Yes.
Resolution number 9120, resolution authorizing advertisement and purchase of highway equipment, whereas the town of Shandaken Highway Superintendent has identified equipment that is in need of replacement, and whereas the highway superintendent would like to advertise for a used road paver and purchase a new single-axle 1.5-ton truck. Therefore, be it now resolved, the town of Shandaken Town Board would like to advertise for bids for a road paver with specifications to be found through the Highway Superintendent's Office located at 7209 New York State Route 28, Shandaken, New York, 12480, 845-688-9901, shandakenhighway@gmail.com, with sealed bids in an envelope clearly marked in block letters, paver bid, to be received by the town clerk's office at 7209 New York State Route 28, Shandaken, New York, no later than 3 p.m. on Wednesday, November 4th, 2020, to be opened and read aloud at the evening's town board meeting at 7 p.m. And be it further resolved that the town supervisor will be authorized to file financial documents needed for the purchase of a 1.5-ton single-axle truck with a price not to exceed $70,000, and move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Sam?
Yes.
Resolution 92-20, resolution authorizing contract with attorney and engineer for the Shandaken Septic Maintenance District. Whereas the town of Shandaken Town Board operates the Shandaken Septic Maintenance District, SMD, and whereas the SMD requires the services of an attorney to assist in contracting and other legal matters that may come before the SMD. Whereas the SMD also requires the services of an engineer to assist in contracting and review of work to be performed within the SMD. Therefore, be it resolved, the town of Shandaken Town Board authorizes town supervisor to enter into contract with Young Summer LLC, Executive Woods, 5 Palisades Drive, Albany, New York, 12205. And be it further resolved, the town of Shandaken Town Board authorizes town supervisor to enter into contract with Lamont Engineering, P.O. Box 610, Cobleskill, New York, 12043. And I move its adoption.
Second.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storms?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Sam?
Yes.
Resolution 93-20, Halloween curfew resolution. Whereas the town of Shandaken Town Board in prior years has adopted a resolution pertaining to the Halloween curfew to alleviate the damage resulting from unsupervised trick-or-treating. Therefore, be it resolved that a curfew throughout the town of Shandaken is declared for the evening of Saturday, October 31st, 2020, commencing at 9 p.m. and continuing until daylight. Said curfew bars all children under the age of 18, unless accompanied by a parent or a guardian, from being on the streets, bridges, roadways, or properties other than their own, and empowering the police to enforce the same. I move its adoption.
I'll second. Oh,
Sorry.
Kevin will
There you go.
second that, right.
Board Member DeScalani?
Yes.
Board Member Steen?
Yes.
Board Member Storm?
Yes.
Board Member Van Blarkum?
Yes.
Supervisor Skell?
Yes. With that, we'll move to open public comment. Okay. We got 2 football games tonight, so this is going to be an easy night. We'd like to close the meeting in memory of Muriel Stone. We'll ask for a moment of silence. I'll ask for a motion.
Make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Happy Halloween. Go out and vote.
Candy, candy, candy.
No, no, Chef's Light Fight.
Oh, yeah.
I literally had a friend of mine tell me, like in the almost 50. I never had bacon in my life. I'm like, how do you go this long in life and not cook bacon? Well, how do you do that? It's like in the oven, it's like about 400. It's like,
Yeah, it changed my life.
seems my life.
Did.
We did it on campfires, scouts and everything.
I think this chair is for children. It's your little baby chair.
I know, you should have switched it that way.
It's all right, I don't mind being low. Low to the ground.
Low down. I'm feeling low.
Game tonight, Brian.
You should FaceTime